unusual surprise. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air is Prescott. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
Pistol now for Prescott. He's going to tuck it and go. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Tyler Smith guilty on that one. Dak facing 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The NFL sack leader for 2023, T.J. Watt, gets in there to bring him down.
Big-time sack there by T.J. Watt, and he certainly picked up right where he led off. Remember last year, Mike, he led the NFL in sacks with 19. He's made a living off making plays in the backfield, and he continues to do so here.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown, you're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's the replacement for Cameron Johnston, Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the second time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score. And it's 1st and 10. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. On 2nd down, it's Dak. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only...
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they've preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss. And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's a throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. The open man is Tolbert. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
He runs with it. He is in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Next to score, Cowboys 10, Steelers nothing.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Once again, it's Warren. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. From the gun, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and long.
And 12 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
A big loss on the play.
Well, if there's one thing they know here in Dallas, it's the ability to rush the passer. And it seems like up and down that defensive front, they have body after body. And now they add Nealon in the draft. Can he replace Dorrance Armstrong and not only be strong at the point of attack, but also continue to add to that sack production this Cowboys defense has thrived on.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 10-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run over center with Williams. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
And that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
17 yards on that play. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
First down, Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. To the air again. Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Rodgers. Off he goes.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And just when you think you're going to force a 3-and-out, this quarterback is able to escape, gets loose downfield, and he's able to pick up a huge first down.
Quick hitting slant there. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now it's Williams. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Dak to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the play fake, Dak. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Dak to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Prescott. He keeps it himself.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Second down, Prescott. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will open up a 13-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Prescott. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He's got the lone touchdown of the game on a touchdown run. We'll see if he can get it going through the air as this one goes on. The 2nd half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Austin now to return this. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get it to the 37-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss with Warren.
Offside, defense.
First down for Aaron. That's complete. Calvin Austin. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
That's quickly to Freiermuth on the RPO. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain
Here's a 2nd and 9.
at the Cowboys 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's going to be taken down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. That one taken in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Prescott now. The open man is Tolbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Dak gonna run with it himself. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. A give left side. Here's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run. It's Williams. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. One more time for Williams. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The home team's offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
And now you get the pick 6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29.
It's 2nd and 8.
Rodgers. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Rodgers to throw. And he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. First and 10 now from the 36. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Pistol now for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently. And
that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back, and you're wondering, what's he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out, and he's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't, and now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That's on Tyler Guyton, the first-round pick out of Oklahoma. On the ground, this is Williams. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
That's caught. It's Miles Sanders.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff to Williams. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 42-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Throwing, Rodgers. Catch made. That's Woods. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. 3rd down, 3 to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one uncorked, looking for Woods.
Pass interference. Defense.
Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now. He's going to look downfield once again. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Again, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Prescott. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Second and 7. It's another run here for Williams. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for third and 3. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So now this team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll go again with Williams. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They run over center with Williams. And now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.